Next question. I think this kind of goes along with it. What does the Bible mean no, this is different. What does the Bible mean when it says the husband is sanctified by the wife and vice versa? So that comes out of 1 Corinthians 7:14. It talks about the unbelieving spouse can be sanctified by the wife or the husband, vice versa. And I think it's real important to know in that passage of Scripture, it's not, when it talks about sanctified, some other verses talk about they become holy. That's not talking about eternal salvation. The Bible's pretty clear, and even in that passage, I think 2 verses down from that in 16, it talks about that salvation is personal. It's our own. We have to be saved. We don't get saved on the coattails of somebody else. It's not because of our parents' relationship. It's not because of our spouse's relationship. It's not because of our kids. It's totally on your own. So that has nothing to do with salvation. But what's interesting in that passage, and this was written at a time period where this was new for these Christians. They were used to idol worship. They were used to pagan worship. And so perhaps someone at that time got saved, received Jesus Christ, accepted Jesus Christ, and they came home and they have this unbelieving spouse who's still worshiping idols and is a pagan worshiper. And there probably was a concern that if I continue in this relationship, like, they're going to rub off on me and they're going to make me unholy or unsanctified. And really that word sanctification, that's separate than salvation. We already talked about that. We're saved and then we're sanctified. And sanctification is kind of a lifelong process as God continues to chisel away and change us and develop us. That's the sanctification. And so, if I come into a relationship and now my spouse is unsaved, are they going to unsanctify me or make me not holy? That's the context that this verse is found in. And really what it's saying is, it's not your problem, it's their problem that they're not saved. But as God showers blessings on us as saved individuals, like he showers his grace upon us and love upon us and forgiveness upon us, and we become sanctified, like the overflow will splatter on the unbelieving spouse. And they'll receive some of those blessings just by being in relationship with you. And so it's not we abandon the unbeliever if we're married. It's God uses us and they get to participate in some of that blessing just by being close to us and being splattered on the overflow. That's really what it's talking about. And so that's kind of a deep question and a deep passage of Scripture there. But the Bible's pretty clear. Like, you don't leave them. You just let them to feel some of the blessing, and they're going to naturally pick up on some of that stuff and be sanctified as well. Maybe in a slower way or in a process that's frustrating for you. But that's what that's talking about. Want to add anything to that?
No.
Okay. All right.